These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup.
Also second, Xiaohu taking the pain onto Scout. I feel like he's learned of the smolder matchups yesterday versus Knight.
A little bit there, but he's also getting like ridiculous amount of pressure in mid lane, which both these teams love to utilize, and that's where we can kind of talk about the influence. We're seeing here with the flash coming out, Xiaohu getting away. Now Weiwei's in trouble here. We might get first blood going over, and it's of course gonna go to Weibo.
Of course, I had to start with the junglers when they switched between these two teams coming into these years.
Tarzan in a little bit of trouble here. You got a little bit of calling on a week, and there you go. Scout gets the return.
I feel like we're seeing whoopsies from both of these junglers, overextending, overstaying their welcome right there.
It's really, really important. We'll see what build Scout goes towards. He'll probably be picking up a tier at some point soon. Getting that early goal just gives you the laning items you need.
My question right here for Scout is that primarily we don't see LNG playing through those kind of 80 carries over in the mid lane. Hold on, now hold
the wall bang! Look at the support action coming through, and of course Chris picks it up too in the end. The Poppy is making its name known. Pay off dividends and trying to see that momentum continue as well.
I feel like a lot of the times it's double-edged sword, right? He either goes too aggressive or not, and right here he's looking at Hung.
The Grubs are up. We're getting the flash play coming in here. They're all on Tarzan. Here comes Mom to help, and he just needed a little bit of familial support there for LNG.
There was no flash on Tarzan. Amira mentioned it earlier on. You're looking at those two sitting duck junglers on the Brand and the Zyra. Whoever gets engaged on ends up going down. They haven't been able to come back for deficits very easily. So that early game is very integral to how they play to advance into a win.
Okay, so we're getting Dragon taken now. Is there anything going on to Gala? No. He has his arrow. He could start a fight around bot side if he wanted to. And then what I'm really looking for now is that next Grub fight. It's Tarzan.
They're going over the wall. That's a huge play from Hung, and they just completely dogpile Tarzan. Scout gets another one, and now Chris is getting slowed down, and he's going to be able to use the charge to get out into a 1v2 that he didn't know was a 1v3. Does have a little bit of support up here, but the Grubs have already been started by Weibo.
Grubs have been started. No Asher, importantly. Bree taken down a little bit low. He's stunned. That's a problem.
Oh, they're going to go with the flash play. Chris goes right back in. TP coming back in. Stranglethorn's going to be used to separate, but Tarzan is already gone. No jungler for Weibo means this fight is so hard, and Scout is just picking up the stacks here. He is not afraid, and I love to see it from a little dragon.
And that means that we're going to see LNG being able to get more than those 3 Grubs. They'll get the might buff after this point too. The early game from LNG has been really, really impactful at picking off these first people in this fight.
The biggest thing for LNG is that they know Scout is the ticket forward. I mean, the man has 3 kills already on the smolder. See if they want to try to make a play up here. They are positioning for it and perfectly hit onto Xiaohu. He has to stand and watch as his life is taken from him.
The last time we saw LNG in this playoffs, they bombed out. Into this first game, it's against Weibo. It's against one of their old teammates in Tarzan as well. This early game has been really, really good. And it's an early game which is getting Scout ahead on a scaling pick. This is all green lights are go for the little dragon in the middle.
And I feel like we were joking about it earlier.
He would have been on a ward. Herald's now spawned, and particularly with the Grubs being taken by LNG, 5 of them, they would need to really take that Herald to stop them from using it particularly effectively.
I do love that Weibo are not backing down. They are going to try to get out Hung. Now they got Crisp out of there as well with his health bar going down, but it is Tarzan who will secure that objective.
Very importantly, Hung has been starting every engage for, they're still looking for the pole.
A little bit of a long distance call there from LNG, but maybe ringing home a little bit too early. There is LNG just putting pressure on the mid lane to take that outer tower.
So that ult from Scout, 1, gets stacks. Yep. Nice, cool, hits with an ability, but 2 also...
It's so interesting though, because this has been the tried and true effect of LNG. They do move Scout to the side lane so often, but maybe he's getting punished now. Little Dragon can't get away from all the vines, and Xiaohu will strike right back.
That was also played perfectly by Tarzan right there. He puts the ult down first to ensure the knock-up. A lot of teams gravitate towards putting that down straight mid lane, dipping into River, taking the dragon, but right here, you're showing a threat for 2 towers on the side of Weibo.
Hey, Chris, do you know you're on the right side? Maybe he does. He's got his teammates right behind him. He is not as tanky as maybe he thought he was, but Weiwei is trying to lay down. He's just mind-controlling Weiwei right now. Ends up falling anyways to the man himself.
Now, here's a double-edged sword of Chris. I feel like he's one of the more creative supports when it comes to marking.
You want to stick around, but this is what I'm saying. Weibo are not afraid to put their body up here, as Enchanted Cristowero will go wide. Gala not going to be able to connect that one. About half health on the dragon. Here comes Weibo, as they're going to try to separate with Chris, but LNG do back off enough. A little bit of poke from the light, but the dragon will be secured by Weibo. Meanwhile, we got TPs at top. It's going to be switcheroonies. Oh, he stomps It's him! The monster has come to town and he's looking to feed on some tiger skin as Xiaohu is gone! The croc is eating good. Maybe a little bit of trouble. They're gonna try to collapse on this bottom side down here. We do see in the top side, a turret does go down to Zika. He's gonna be there alone. Weibo are trying to make a play on bot.
Yeah, Weibo Gaming are in retreat mode right here. They've got bot lane getting pushed through. They got mid lane and bot lane pushed at the same time. They're trying to wrap around.
Yo, Breathe is just dying under turret here. Now you have that separation from Chris, and LNG are lacking bodies. The target is Scout. He's trying to get away, but the wall bang comes in clutch, and Tarzan picks up another.
These fights are so split and so evolved over the course of this split. LNG really struggled in summer, but the way they started to break open games is overloading sidelines like this.
They're just going to get the all-out from Breathe. The turret goes down, but he is able to dash out. Pyroclasm got used on him, but here comes Xiaohu to clean it up. Weiwei is already down. Now Xiaohu looking with his sights set on Zika. They're going to see if they can add some more fuel to the fire. Enchanted Crystal Arrow! Gala is Robin Hood again! Scout picks up another one.
But they get nothing on the map. The entire map came towards that bot side, and LNG coming clutch.
I'm really surprised that Weibo didn't stick on that Baron. You just, at that point, a Scout, of course, gets some more gold onto this one.
I'm not gonna lie, there's been some very unfortunate moments for Xiaohu this game. The TP that didn't end up completing, then he was Wing through that arrow but gets hit right at the tip. Weibo Gaming, they've got a clear objective on the mid lane tower.
You got Mom coming in. That's a big slow across multi-members, and now LNG just have a front to back, and Zika, he has made the back a wide open door of Weibo. He found the flank, and Weibo found literally nothing. That's a huge play from LNG, and Tarzan is just going to be run down into the dirt by LNG.
Weibo got themselves a finals. LNG were very much left out to dry in playoffs, but here in regionals, it really has been LNG striking first. It's been
Big team fight potential, right? Whilst Weibo were pretty good at that, showcased it in the past. Now Scout on something less than an engaged tool, like the Yone, like the Azirias. How was she gonna be used as a tool in this LNG lineup?
This is Weibo's chance. Desperation, it reeks of it, but maybe it's the moment of glory. We have Breathe on the flank. Baby's trying to make his own Zika play. There's Chris separating out. This is looking good for LNG, but Mom maybe making the difference. Look at this though, Weibo, they've got flanked again. He's back, and it's for episode 2 as LNG are wiping the floor with him. Give him the penta. No, it's a quadra kill for Scout.
One last-ditch effort from the side of Weibo Gaming to try and flank the fight around, but LNG's team fight just comes out superior.
LNG were made to wait. They saw Weibo in those finals and thought, we'll have another crack at them. LNG strike first, and they strike hard.
They do indeed. Game 1 ends with a shebang, and LNG looking for revenge at their last series they had against Weibo, and they'll take that step forward in here. The question becomes, can Weibo wake themselves up?
These teams...
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.